Live. Woo, fish on. Keep losing track. This is another fish on the grub and the hot wings, I believe. Ooh, he's fighting. Man.
You just put that down there.
Why did you put it down a minute ago? I couldn't even get the third rod down. The other downrigger. Feels like about the same kind of fish, nice and heavy. He's trying to rig up another grub on the other rod because that seems to be the pattern right now. This one's coming up. I might jump. Try to keep him down. Oh, he boiled right there. That's a good tip. When a fish is trying to thrash on the surface, if you don't want to lose him, get that rod tip down and get the fish back under the water. A lot of kokanee guys will do that. It's kokanee love to jump, and so do rainbows. Here he comes. Whoa, nice fish. Beautiful.
Where's he at?
It's right out there, about 20 feet down. Oh, nice fish. That's what you come to Lake Shasta for. Right in the sun, I can't see what I'm doing.
Nice fish.
Woo!
Oh, nice.
Wow! Wow! Look at that! That's what the soft plastics can do for you. What a fish! Wow! Man, that's every bit of 4 pounds, guys. Wow! Right there, the max lure, the hot wings, trailing that firecracker grub. And that wasn't down there 2 minutes. Let's grab this big old fish here. I want to show you that grub. Now I want to show you something here. You rarely see this with a spoon. Once again, I'm trolling those hot wing flashers. That puts out a lot of impulses. They think there's shad in the area. It sounds like a school of little shad. They come in looking and they see that grub. But look how deep that grub is in that fish's throat. When they come in, they feel the softness of the grub. It's got the Pro-Cure on it. They're thinking shad all the way. They grab it, they choke it down, and that's the kind of fish that a grub can produce, man. That's just phenomenal. Look at that square tail. Totally clean. That is a beautiful Lake Shasta rainbow. Wow. So there's that awesome fish one more time. I just wanted to show you the grub. That is a firecracker 3-inch grub. It's got a lot of flash. That tail puts out a lot of vibration. But again, it's not a spoon. It feels soft. They come in, they grab it, they gulp it down, and hey, the results speak for themselves, man. That is just a dandy rainbow. Howdy folks, Cal Kellogg here. Let's talk about grub fishing, or more specifically, grub trolling for trout. Now, most guys that trout fish, they're not trolling with grubs. And the guys that are, they're using them in a very limited way. They're using them kind of in place of worms, and they're either using an insect-colored grub, like the old 2-inch watermelon-colored grub that so many guys use at Eagle Lake, or they're using that bright orange Berkeley power bait grub, and they're putting it on there when they want to run flashers, but they don't want to fuss around with worms. Now, for a long time, that used to be me, but then I started taking grubs a lot more seriously. I started thinking about them a couple years ago. They have a very lifelike silhouette. They have a very lifelike action. They're very soft, so when a fish grabs them, they feel real, and they hold scent like Pro-Cure Super Gel. They hold scent really well. You can apply it to the grub, or you can put it in the bag with all your grubs and they will actually absorb that scent. So for me, that kind of checks all the boxes of effective trout offerings. So the next challenge was I started thinking about what are the best sizes and what are the best colors of grubs. I've kind of arrived on the idea that the best all-around grub is your 3-inch model. Your 3-inch grub, it works a lot of the time. In terms of color in my 3-inch grubs, I tried just about everything. I tried two-tone grubs. I tried, olive-colored grubs. But this is kind of what I've arrived at. In lakes where there's a lot of bait fish, a lot of threadfin shad, or a lot of pond smelt, my number one choice is this grub right here. This is my Firecracker 3-inch grub. It's got multiple colors of flake inside, a clear grub. It works up near the surface. It works down deep. You saw me catch that big rainbow here at the beginning of this video on it, 100 feet deep. It just flat out fishes wherever the trout or kings are feeding on bait fish. Now, if I want to add a little color to the spread, particularly if there's a lot of rainbows in the mix, I'll break out this one. This is one I call Cotton Candy. This is a 3-inch pink silver flake grub, but it's not like overwhelmingly pink. It's kind of translucent. This is a rainbow killer. And finally, up in the high Sierras, Eagle Lake, French Meadows, places like that, where I want to really throw some color at the trout, I run this red silver flake model that I call Cherry Bomb. This is a very good high elevation grub. Works at lower elevations too, but this is a grub I reach for when I want to get some color in the spread. So those are the 3-inch grubs that I'm running. I run a couple 2-inch grubs at times when the fish are very finicky or when they're feeding on specific things. This grub, this is a 2-inch grub, I call this my larva color. It kind of hits that break line between brown and olive green. It's got a little bit of dark flake in it. If the trout are feeding on, damselflies at Lake Davis or tui chubs up at Eagle Lake, this is a grub I'll reach for. I'll run it naked. I'll just put a hook in it. I'll troll it at 1 mile an hour, and it flat out produces fish. At baitfish lakes, we don't think about this, but sometimes the bait is very tiny. It's immature. You can see it on your sonar unit, but you have a hard time catching the fish. And then when you do catch a fish, you'll see them, kind of choke up all these little tiny minnows. Those are hard to imitate with spoons. So I've been running this 2-inch clear. It's got a little silver flake in it. I call this my ghost minnow grub. When you want to go stealthy, sometimes I run it with blades. Most of the time I run it naked, and you'd be amazed how many trout and kings will find this in wide open water at a lake like Shasta with no attraction whatsoever. They're just so dialed into their environment. So I've worked on these colors of grubs for a long time. I finally found a manufacturer that can supply me grubs in these colors. So I am offering up my first ever grub kit. What you get, if you order my kit, you're going to get 5 different grubs in several different colors. You're going to get 5 of the 3-inch Firecracker grubs. You're going to get 5 of the 3-inch Cotton Candy grubs. You're going to get 5 of the 3-inch Cherry Bomb grubs. You're going to get 5 of the 2-inch Ghost Minnow grubs. And you're going to get 5 of the 2-inch larva grubs. But that's not all you're going to get. I'm going to toss in 3 of my hand-tied bead bugs, including one of my smile blade, I can't even say it, one of my smile blade, I still can't say it, one of my smile blade bead bugs that you can put one of those smaller grubs on, or a piece of worm, very effective. And last but not least, I'm tossing in a pair of my Sidewinder blades, a silver prism Sidewinder and a gold prism Sidewinder and a silver prism Sidewinder. So you're going to get all that stuff. If you get our grub and bug kit, you're going to get 2 Dodgers. You're going to get 25 grubs in all my favorite colors and sizes, and you're going to get 3 of my hand-tied bead bugs. I tied them all with Eagle Claw laser sharp hooks on premium fluorocarbon lines. So anyway, Wes is going to throw up a link up here somewhere. We'll be back with more grub talk here in the coming days. I've got some innovative ways that I rig grubs to make them do different things. They are just an extremely versatile, extremely effective offering that not a lot of trout anglers are fishing with in a serious way. You get serious with grubs, you're going to catch some seriously big fish. Look no further than that big giant rainbow I caught at Shasta. That was not an easy bite that day. I put that Firecracker grub down there at 100 feet, boom, 4-pound rainbow. Just an incredible fish. That's what Grubs can do. Click on over to the store, get your set of Grubs, and get ready to yell fish on. Anyway, this is Cal Kellogg. I'm signing off for now. I will catch you next time right here on YouTube. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have an FHS YouTube channel, so I want to thank you very much for all the support. Please hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you later. You guys have a wonderful day.